Hi, I'm Kalyn, your abundance coach. I like to help people be who they are, be authentic, and be unlimited. Because when you are who you are... Hi, I'm Kalyn, your abundance coach. I like to help people be who they are, be authentic, and be unlimited. Because when you are who you are authentically, you tap into who you are entirely, which includes being unlimited and therefore abundant, or having the dream life that you prefer. In this series, How to Attract $25,000 Effortlessly, I'm going to help you attract whatever monetary amount you're comfortable at or you're working on in your life. Let's go ahead and get started, and then I'll tell you a little more about me as we go. I want to start this step one or video one with the great rubber band theory. That's not a theory, but that's what I'm calling it. In this great rubber band theory, what we want to recognize is a law of physics, a universal truth that is affecting us all of the time. Law of attraction is always responding to our energy. It also responds to our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions, but it's really our energy that it's most looking at. That's why when we say that we want something and when we feel like, God, I really want it, we are pulling on ourselves, aren't we? I mean, can you even feel a bit of that tug? Think about something that you want, and you don't just want it, it'd be nice, you want it. Because a lot of the times that's one of the things that happens with something that we've been wanting for a long time, or when we would love to have $25,000, we want it. And when we want it, the words sound fine. I want lunch today too. I don't think law of attraction is going to attract something terrible for me for lunch. So what's the difference? It's not the words. It's not the word want. It's the energy under it. Because when I talk about lunch, it's no big deal. I am in the flow, and law of attraction is going to bring me a great lunch. When I talk about wanting $25,000, it can be different. You know, I can be in a real pulling place, pushing place, a real grasp. I want it. Now, that's an energy, and all of those are energies that are very active in a lot of people. Pushing, when there's someone you don't like, you push them away, you wall them off energetically. Pulling, because you want the 25,000, you want this, you want that. They're things to be really aware of, because that's the energy that you're using to talk to law of attraction with. Now, I do want to stop for a second and tell you that I'm playing around with the 25,000 for the purpose of the video, also because I have already done it 3 times in my life. And frankly, 25,000 was the lowest amount. So it's important that you know that I'm not just giving you my one-hit wonder kind of thing. I am telling you that when you're in the flow, your life improves. When you're in the flow and you're flowing, something like having money, attracting $25,000 or whatever it is that you're working on attracting, you are far more likely to get closer to it, to let it come to you. Or whether it's the $25,000 or whether it's many other things that you're working on attracting, in the flow, you start to let things come to you. So while I, of course, can't guarantee that flowing is going to bring you that $25,000, I will guarantee that if you're doing the flowing and if you're really practicing and you're really working with your energy, you will change your energy. You will increase your vibration, you'll increase your flow, and you will absolutely shift what law of attraction is bringing to your life. And then if you are in a place of abundance and you have the energy of abundance, law of attraction will bring you probably a lot more than $25,000, as it has for me. So that's just something for you to be aware of, because I want you to understand that I'm talking to you about something that I've done before. And also I want you to understand that it's not just a matter of doing something on a video and then poof, you're gonna come home and UPS will have delivered $25,000 in a nice little envelope. Because wouldn't that be fantastic? We'd all love that. So let's get to it. Let's look again a little more closely. And you have to excuse me, there's just this little hair floating around, probably from my cats or something. Let's get to it. Let's start to work on our energy. So the rubber band theory is like your energy. When you are in an energy that's just you, you're just being authentic. This is why I say I like to help people be who they are, be authentic, and be unlimited. Because when you're just being you, look at the energy of you. Like the energy is in your palms, it's just there. You can sometimes sense it if you hold your hands a little apart. You can sometimes sense the energy between your hands. And you can sense that it's just sort of there, it's just sort of flowing. It's going from here to there. Sometimes it raises, sometimes it gets warmer. That's what energy is, and that's what energy does. It is not something that is ever stagnant. Energy is always flowing, and that's why we call our system the golden flow system, because energy always flows. It never stands still. Now, within us, it can do other things. We have the ability to sort of hold it still, but it's not a good thing. Let's go back to our rubber band. When we're in the flow, our energy's still. The rubber band's just there. It's no big deal. And quite frankly, if you're bigger than a rubber band, the rubber band won't cut it. When your energy is like the energy in your palms, in your being, your energy is just as big as you are or much bigger. And it's just flowing. And in that fluidity, you are constantly in the flow of higher vibrations, of abundance, of love, of success, of wealth, of prosperity, of creativity. All of these higher vibrations constantly really are who we are. The question is, how do we lose sight of them? How do we get so disconnected to them? And how do we get back to who we really are? Well, one of the problems that happens is we tend to constrain our energy. So then it's a little more locked in. And so you can think of the rubber band as being as big as you or the size it is, depending on the topic. And if you are really wanting some money, your topic might be a little tighter because your feelings about it and your energy about it might be a little more constricted. But either way, if you don't have the money that you would really like to have, there's something going on with your energy that's out of the flow. So let's look at what happens specifically when we're in a place of really wanting the money. Because that's what happens with a lot of our desires. One of the steps is we think it would be great, and then we don't manifest it, we don't attract it into our lives. Law of attraction brings us other things, and we want it more, and we want it more, and we want it more. So when you think about money, if you find any place, even a little bit, that's kind of going, oh, I want it, and if you can get a sense of this tension and sort of the pulling, I want it, and then notice what happens when you pull and you want it. First of all, I'm using energy to hold the rubber band open. You use energy when you are holding yourself anywhere. So you don't hold yourself. You say, I want it, and then you go, oh, I'll never have it, forget it. You kind of get tired and like the rubber band loosey-goosey kind of thing, and you just feel like it'll never come. I know that that's happened to you because I've worked with many people, and it's happened to all of us. So let's just be upfront about it, because that's the best time we can do something about it. The other thing that happens is we get into a place where we're all over the place with the rubber band. Again, when the rubber band's just here, just in the flow, it's no big deal. Things can come and go, it doesn't matter. When we're wanting it, or we're going, I'll never have it, it's never coming, I can't have anything I want. We have some other resistant energies going on. We have energies that are really cutting us off and putting our energy in an influid place. Anytime our energy is going one way or the other, I want you to get a sense that it's playing the rubber band game, hence the rubber band theory. Instead of your energy just flowing, look at the energy in your palms or sense it. Or just, if you can't sense energy, if you can't feel the heat between your palms, just imagine what something sitting in your palm would do. Put a little animal in it, if you like, or an imaginary thing in your hand. It would move around, wouldn't it? It would go places. It might come back, but the idea is there would be freedom. There would be freedom at that point because your energy is fluid, it's vibrant. There would be freedom, and it also gives law of attraction the freedom to attract more of what you want. You could also put a stack of bills in your hand, money, And think about what that would do. It could flow, but you would have it there to use, wouldn't you? Whereas the minute you put it in a rubber band, the minute you tangle it all up, the minute you're going, I can't have it, I want it and I can't have it and I'm mad about it. The minute you have those kind of emotions going on, you can get the sense that everything's all jumbled up and there's no money in your hand because you're trying to grasp it, you're trying to hold it, you're doing all sorts of push-pulls and all sorts of tangling up of your energy. And then law of attraction comes around and says, I hear what you're saying, you want $25,000, but I'm going to respond to this energy because that's who you really are. So it's so important to be who you really are, and if this isn't who you are, let's change that. Changing that can be as simple as getting in the flow, and in the next video, video 2, we'll get a little more into the next step. For this video, I just want you to first be really aware, and so start to notice yourself. If you want right now, stop and think about money. Think about how you feel about money and think about that $25,000 or whatever monetary amount you would like to attract into your life. Do you want that to be effortless? Do you believe it can be effortless? Or do you feel like it only comes through blood, sweat, and tears? Do you feel like you have to go out and pound the pavement? And can you get a sense about how you feel in all the different statements? So ask yourself how you feel about money. And if your answer is, it's only going to come this way, look at that. Look at what this is. If it's only going to come from my hard work, kind of use a little body language for yourself. Watch your hands. If it's only going to come from my hard work, you can get the sense that you're trying to make it happen. Is that the energy that you want law of attraction to respond to? If you feel like you just have to go out and sell yourself, go out and go out, well, look at that. Is that really the energy that you want? You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to go here, you have to call this person. If your energy is like that, is that something that you want law of attraction to respond to? Let me tell you, I don't want that because I want it to come in. The flow is such that it's an ebb and a flow, just like the ocean. We need it going both directions. We want it going both directions because you don't want a pile of money in your hand that comes in but you can't spend. What fun is that? Then you just have to hold all this paper. What fun is that? You want abundance that flows in and then flows out so that you can spend it the way you prefer. You want to be in an abundant place so that you're seeing what you like and you're being able to get it and you're attracting more of what you want, more money, and you're able to spend it the way you want. You really want sort of that soft ebb and flow or that nice exchange of energy. You don't want energy only coming in, you don't want energy only going out. So ask yourself again, as I was saying, ask yourself how you feel about that $25,000. Watch your hands. What do you have to do? What do your hands show you? Because if your hands show you that it can be effortless, you could just open your palms and let money come, that's the kind of energy that you're after. Now, I know very, very few people that have that kind of energy with money. So if you have any other kind of energy going on, meet me in the next video. Hit subscribe, hit like, and in the next video, we'll work on shifting this whole rubber band theory so that you're not being yanked. Because emotionally and energetically, that's what we often have going on. It's exhausting. It doesn't bring you the money, or it brings money with bills or something like that. It doesn't bring it effortlessly and the way you prefer so that you can spend it the way you prefer so that you're living your dream life. So let's instead change this. Let's turn the rubber band into something that we prefer, or let's get rid of it altogether so that we can just be open and allow law of attraction to bring what we want. If you've ever heard that law of attraction can also be called the law of allowing, you're going to learn why. You're going to get an experiential sense of why that is. Because when you can really just allow the money, then you're in a place where you're not playing with the rubber band theory anymore. Again, I'm Kalyn, your abundance coach, here to help you in this video get in the flow of abundance by being you, being authentic, who you truly are, the version that's not jumbled, but the version that's abundant and unlimited. Thanks for joining me.